Hurrah! Okay, sorry, having some internet difficulties here. I imagine many of you are struggling with Wi-Fi problems. Everyone being on the internet at the same time, more so than ever right now. Anyway, that's my excuse. It's good to see some of you here. Say hello in the chat box if you want to. Oh, if you want to be known, or you can just be here anonymously. Hey, Rosie, good to see you. Yeah, it's a very funny thing for me. I'm not sure I'm entirely cut out for sitting in front of a camera. Knowing that it's live does very funny things to yeah, how self-conscious I feel. So anyway, it's my job to get over that and hopefully deliver a good and relaxing session for you today. If yesterday we were chatting away about well, hoarding stuff, but more importantly, learning how to let go of some of the things that we've made part of our narrative, part of our story, some of the things that are weighing us down. If you've got a very kind of fixed sense of, as long as you're clinging to an old, outdated, kind of version of who it is you think you are, you're not really leaving much space for surprises. Surprises are the stuff of life. To be unsurprised. Well, you like me are perhaps locked away in your apartment with a bunch of people who, you love at the very best of times, but might not choose to be, in a cell with for any long period of time. So, if that's you, well, let go of that. Some of it's out of your control. If we're worrying about things that are out of our control, then we're in for a really bumpy ride. The key is definitely to go with the flow. Anyway, yesterday's session, as I said, was about letting go. I know I have a mountain of things that I would like to be able to let go of. But anyway, enough about yesterday. Today we are going to set some intentions. So if you think of, letting go tends to be about letting go of things that have already happened. But as many of you know, there are plenty of things in the future that you desperately think you need and dream for and hope for, and letting go could be applied to those things too. But why all this letting go? Well, we are aiming to free ourselves up for the present. It's in the present moment that we have the power to be surprised. And the present moment is full of the most mundane things. It is the stuff of the senses. Check in with yourself right now. What are you touching? What can you smell? What can you taste? What can you see? What can you hear? This is the stuff of the present moment. Not necessarily particularly exciting, but then that's not the job of the present moment. Anticipation tends to be better than the ice cream when it arrives. But it also tends to steal us away from the moment we're actually in. If we can all find a way to just be in the here and now, not worrying so much about when quarantine's going to end, we should get sweepstakes going on that. I think, well, I don't want to say actually. I think it'll be months. I've got friends who keep on insisting it's days away, or this will be a week, 2 weeks at most. I think it'll be months. But the good news is, I think we're all going to get very used to it. And one way of just not suffering too much grief for the world that was, grief for the our carefree days of yore, of yesteryear, of just a couple of weeks ago when COVID felt very, very distant, but also a kind of anticipatory, is that the way you pronounce that? Grief for things yet to come. We're not going to unravel that here, but the stages of grief are pretty well accepted, and they terminate with acceptance. To get to the acceptance, you've got to go through a whole load of other grim stages: denial, fear, anger. Yeah, but at some point you get to acceptance and you get to meaning. Meaning is one that is not universally accepted, but it feels like one might be able to make meaning of events once you finally accepted them. So all of this was a long ramble just to let the numbers creep up on YouTube Live. I won't steal any more of your valuable time with this meandering. It's a way of saying that if we are forever casting forward and forever reminiscing back about what we've lost, then we aren't going to enjoy the present very, very much. The trick is to, yeah, remember those happy memories, learn from the ones that didn't go the way we wanted them to, plan for the future, because we're going to have one. May not be the future we had planned for, but nonetheless, we can plan for a future. And a beautiful way of doing that is setting intentions. And once you've set those intentions, your job is to come back to the here and now. Otherwise, we're going to live our lives waiting for something better to happen, when the business of being alive all takes place in the present. Right, enough of a lecture. Let's get very comfortable. Whether you are lying down on your bed, whether you've got your hands thrown up in despair, whether you're on a sofa, or yesterday Rosie was next to her duck pond, I want you just to allow your body and mind to start to settle down and slow down. Find that comfortable seated position, or lying down, or perhaps you're juggling a baby, multitasking, doing the laundry or something, but try and find a little moment of stillness. And why not allow your eyes to start to fall closed? Let's take a couple of nice, slow breaths. We'll be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, just at your own pace, sending it really deep in and slowly back out. And again, in and out. And notice the connection between your body and the ground or the furniture beneath you. Meditation is about connecting. Connecting to the present moment. It's when we feel most awake, most alive. Just check in with your body. Where's the tension today? I'm resisting the urge to cough, so I'll acknowledge it. Where is that feeling in your body? What is tight? What is constricted? And can you allow it to soften and melt? Now, to setting an intention for our life, or for our day, or for our week ahead, we're just going to ask a few questions. So ask yourself, who am I? Who am I today? Am I a scared boy or girl? Am I a master of my own destiny? Am I simply Ryan or Rosie or George or Harriet? Am I a father or mother or breadwinner weighed down with responsibility? What am I grateful for? What am I truly grateful for? Doesn't have to be anything enormous. Life itself, position on the planet, could be something tiny, small act of kindness you experience, a coffee in the morning, the sun on your skin. What are you truly grateful for? What sets your heart on fire? Ask yourself. I'm borrowing heavily from Deepak Chopra here. Ask yourself, how can I be of service? How can I take what I'm grateful for, what I love doing, my unique talents and strengths, and use them for the betterment of other people's lives? How can I serve? Now, into this space of love and care and support and connection, we're going to invite an intention. Imagine that you're walking through a meadow. Two little allotments you have. You're carrying a pocket full of seeds of intention. Every seed you carry has the potential to become something beautiful. Some of them you're going to keep just for yourself, and that's okay too. As you put your hand on the old rusty iron gate and gently open the clasp and step into your allotment, your garden, I want you to ask yourself the question, what would I like to see flourish in my life? What would I like to plant in my garden? Now, if you're anything like me, that question sends you into some kind of decision paralysis. So many things one might intend to do. So pick something close to hand. What is your intention for this afternoon? What kind of lover or partner or friend or family member or neighbor do you want to be this day, this week? What's one thing that might make you a little happier than you're feeling right now? And just take the first thing that comes to mind. Now you're kneeling down on the warm earth. It's soft beneath your knees. And with your hands, you scoop out a little bit of soil. We're going to plant that seed of intention. And gently scoop the soil back over the seed. It has everything it needs. We will water that seed of intention with the gift of attention by committing to show up and be present in our own lives, not forever jumping ahead or castigating ourselves for a future that hasn't quite manifested yet. We water it and feed it with the gift of the present moment. Together, let's take a deep, slow breath in and out. Imagine that garden is contained within your own chest, and that even now, with every breath in, with every exhale, that seed is starting to nestle in, to put down roots, starting to send up little shoots of potential and possibility. But still it's able to flourish without us now struggling effortfully towards it. We're going to breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And another one, this time letting go of any tension with a sigh. In and out. Allowing your shoulders to soften and relax, your neck, your chest, your temples, your brow, your eyes, your mouth, your lips, your tongue, your seat, and your heart. Allowing everything to soften and give. And when you like, you could blink open your eyes. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for another one of these sessions. It means a lot to me. Sometimes I wonder, is it the same 7 every time? It's uncanny. 7 viewers. Tell your friends that I do this. If you're into it, now is the time for sharing. I'm also doing plenty of other people's meditation classes and do the breath guy sometimes. And as the life is, well, didn't go anywhere, but flowing back into my body is that some of the worst of the COVID symptoms are, decreasing. I'm even thinking about doing a yoga session or two. So, whatever you're up to, know that we're all connected deeply just by logging on at the same time and breathing together, setting intentions together. So, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I hope to see lots of you soon. Be back here same time tomorrow for another session of Levitate Live.